Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, back again with another video. I've got my hoodie on, so hopefully you won't be able to see my bald patch as well, but I'll see if you'll be able to see that in my other videos. So I suppose it's probably not going to work that well, but anyway, I hope everyone's well. And I thought I'd talk about some of my bucket list goals for the future. I hope I've got a bad feeling I might have covered this before, but anyway, just in case anyone's done the video or to updates on my goals. As ever, I often say I'll try not to repeat too many of my ideas if I can help it, but every now and then it'd be good to update it and see how things change. Maybe if I do one every Thursday and Friday or something like that, and then see how they change over time. So maybe in the future there'll be something different over time. Then you can see how my goals have changed and how I've developed. Like sometimes looking back over my old plans and paperwork and things like that, I see how my ideas have changed over time and things like that. In some ways, at least, a lot of time. So anyhow, I'll try and get on the list. Hope people out there will enjoy this as much as possible and that sort of thing. So number one, I know I've mentioned this before again a while back, but again, just in case people didn't see that video, or just to remind myself and others, one of the things I would love to be able to do, and I'll talk about how it's quite embarrassing because at my age, I'm nearly 38, to be honest. Probably shouldn't admit to that, but I sort of still live with my mum and all that sort of stuff. So I'd love to become independent, which for me is quite difficult because I have a condition called dyspraxia, which is not very well known. It's not the same as dyslexia, but it's kind of related. And many people who have one have the other, but it affects your physical and mental coordination, I think is physical coordination. So it affects you more in terms of organising or physical things, like DIY or using your hands or things like that. You know, some people can use their hands for a living. A lot of people with dyslexia are good with the hands, but if you've also got dyspraxia, it can sort of overlap and things like that. So a lot of people don't understand because they don't really know about dyspraxia. So they might say, "Oh, I know someone with dyslexia who can do such and such," but also it can affect individuals differently. But generally, a lot of people with dyslexia can't ride a bike or drive or things like that. Although I can play football and I've got dyslexia, and I do have a driving license, but I lost my confidence, so I don't really drive. I can just about ride a bike, but I wouldn't ride one on the main roads. I'd only ride one in the park or somewhere like where I feel safer. But yeah, so I'd love to be able to become independent both financially. That's why I make YouTube videos, and also generally, somehow find places where I can live by myself and all that sort of stuff, so I don't hassle other people or don't be hassled by other people or things like that. In fact, I think, as they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I'm sure I'd probably get on better with my family if that was the case. But anyway, problem is I don't know how long that would take, because obviously to make enough money from YouTube is my only. I don't even have enough views yet or subscribers yet, but it would be my only source of income probably. So obviously it would be quite difficult to get my own house and all that. But here in the UK, you can probably go to the council and get put on housing, but a lot of time that takes long, and also it feels a bit bad to have the taxpayer having to pay. So I'd love to become financially and I'd love to do so as much as possible. So at least that's a goal to work towards. I haven't really set a date for it. Maybe August, which is my birth month. Maybe that can be time. Obviously that's not very far away. It's only a couple of months away, so depending on what part of August. But yeah, so that's one thing. So to become as independent as possible, I think was going to be the point. Maybe even have my own place. Try to hopefully get enough views from YouTube so I can become independent and also help others. Number two, on that note, once I become independent myself, hopefully I'll be an inspiration for others, and also I'll be able to help others as well. If I get enough YouTube views, to have enough money from, then any extras I can give away to charity, as I often talk about. Financially, since I'm talking about goals and bucket lists, again, I'm sorry for repeating my points, but I only wish to keep the amount the government allows me to keep here, because here in the UK you only have to pay tax if you earn a certain amount of money. So I'd only keep that amount, and then any extra I make I'd give to charity before it, so I don't have to pay tax on it. That's like a protest against wars, and also to help people. The place I've talked before about wanting to help. Number three, I hope to visit as many parts of Asia and Africa as possible, as well as what I call the four generally, which I've talked about before. But to briefly mention again, all the possible indigenous people from Africa, Australasia, like Aborigines, Maoris, and people like that, the Americas, like indigenous or Native Americans from all different, like Argentina, Brazil, Canada, America, and all that sort of stuff, all those sorts of countries, and all the possible Asian nations as well. And I'd love to go to the slums, orphanages, and support as many people as possible there, and also like dyslexia-friendly schools or schools for people with neurodiverse conditions, talk about autism and things like that, and promote and put into practice as many of my projects or as possible, as many of the projects, and hopefully I'll develop a team so I can call them our projects. But things like tea for technology for Africa, where tea brands and companies donate as much profits as they can towards the development of tech for Africa and things like that. Number 4, I hope to get those 4 groups I've talked about to work together, and also to make peace, like make peace between each other and look at how to make the world more peaceful and loving and kind and generally a better place. And again, support what I call the 4, and again, help them sign non-aggression pacts, peace, and all that kind of thing. Number 5, I also hope to support Ireland as an anti-imperialist, as they were colonised by the UK, and I suppose it's just another country. I've heard the people that they're really friendly as well, so I don't know if that's true, but I'm sure they are good and bad in every country. But also like pro-diversity groups in Ireland, and areas where there's a lot of diversity, and also people who are against prejudice or hate or things like that. And also like I'd love to visit the poorest parts of Ireland and help them, like in the future if I could have ideas to help them, and come up with ideas to help their projects such as tourism and all that, similar with Asia and Africa and places like that, and support their YouTubers. Hopefully they'll support my channel in turn, and we'll be able to support each other. Yeah, and again, raise awareness of dyslexia in Ireland as well, and look into what Irish people with dyslexia can do and things like that. Number 6, I hope to obviously do the best I can, and keep working to the best of my ability, and again visit as many of these places as possible, and raise as much awareness as possible about dyslexia, facts about dyslexia, dyslexic entrepreneurship, and all sorts of things like that. So across Asia and Africa, so hopefully people will see a dyslexic kid in the classroom and know that they can achieve a lot more if they're pushed and encouraged. Number 7, hope God will bless my ideas and projects as much as possible, and want my loves to be, so he'll help me to be happier, hopefully, and be happy for me. That would be cool. So I suppose that's something outside of my control, but I hope to do the best I can, and hopefully things outside of my control will work in my favour, if you know what I mean. Number 8, I hope to promote as much positivity and love and peace as possible, and I hope that God will bless all those who support my projects and plans and works, paperwork and writings, and the charitable work I want to do, and things like that. Number 9, I hope to write as much as I can and get all my possible thoughts on paper, and be able to plan, prioritise, and express myself and things like that through YouTube videos, and also writing. Hopefully some people out there will enjoy it, will be able to understand my writing and enjoy it. And again, I hope to connect with YouTubers of colour, like especially from Africa and Asia, and support people from, as I said before, what I call the 4, to become YouTubers and things like that. Also support their artwork and their writing and things like that. Number 10, I hope to talk more about football, which I was talking about before, and my ideas for town football and Celtic, and how I wish to support them. As ever, I'd love to know what you think about this video. Did I repeat too many ideas? Was it interesting? Was it not so interesting? Any negatives or any positives? I'd love to know. Saving the best for last. Anywho, I think that covers everything for now. I am out. Peace and love.